Welcome to Punch Jump. This is a review of the iPhone 16e, a new phone that definitely has a price that you can't ignore. First off, the iPhone 16e feels a lot more modern than its predecessor, the iPhone SE 3rd gen. It comes with a 6.1-inch OLED display. It has an action button on the side from the 16 and the 16 Pro. It has an aluminum body, and it has a single 48 megapixel custom camera lens, and of course now with USB-C at the bottom for charging purposes. Now overall, it feels great in the hand with that single lens in the back. There's no index finger hitting all the camera bumps, and it's very lightweight at 167 grams. So it just feels like a nice phone to hold for daily usage and looks great as well. Now, the most value-packed part of this phone is the A18 processor, and everything just flies with this 3nm CPU. It has a 6-core CPU and a 4-core GPU, just one less than the 16, two less than the Pro, but this just feels like a flagship phone. It's going to fit all the needs of productivity and even gaming. It runs console-level games, so no matter what you're throwing at this thing, combined with 8 gigabytes of RAM, that's good for Apple Intelligence. It can do everything you want it to do and more. Speaking of Apple Intelligence, there is the new visual intelligence feature that you can map to the action button, and you just point at an object and press the button and it'll tell you exactly what it is and where you can buy it. And this is a nice feature to have that was exclusive to the 16 and the 16 Pro on the camera control button, and now the 16e has it. Also, another useful feature is writing tools, so you can select any passage of text that you want and you can proofread it or make it more friendly, make it more professional. And it's another useful thing to have out of all of the Apple Intelligence features. I think these two are the best ones. Using this phone, it's hard to say that I feel like it's missing a lot of features. I know that there isn't MagSafe, it doesn't have a 120Hz display. Of course, it's missing a few GPU cores, but for the most part, it just feels like a really high quality device, and it's certainly one that won't feel like it's a budget phone. It's not priced exactly like a budget phone anyway, but yeah, even with a single camera lens, I just feel like it's a great daily driver to use and something that has all the best features of the 16 without having you pay for it. Now, a new component in the iPhone 16e is the new C1 modem, and it's a custom modem that's highly energy efficient, and for that you get extended battery life. But when we were testing it out, it didn't have much problem getting a signal, and it worked out great. There's no millimeter wave, but that was fine. We were watching some Netflix on it. And what's great is that the iPhone 16e has 26 hours of video playback time, so that's 4 hours more than the 16. And the camera itself too, 48 megapixel, it's a custom lens. It's not the exact one from the 16, but it takes great photos. You can see that there's a lot of detail in this one-time shot, and if you go 2 times with the 48 megapixel crop, that looks great too. You can see all the detail in the cotton plush of the Pikmin, and with this landscape shot, all the details there. Even in video, 4K 60 Dolby Vision from the front and back cameras. It's really great too how smooth that zoom is from the 1X to the 2X and then back to the 1X. It is probably one of the best phones in this price range for video. And the screen doesn't get as bright. It's about 800 nits, and that's lower than the 16 and 16 Pro, but it's not a deal breaker. And of course, all these features will be a huge upgrade coming from the SE 3rd gen. You get a much larger screen, Face ID, all the modern features that you would expect in a current phone. And while the 16e doesn't include MagSafe built in, I bought a silicone case with MagSafe in it, and it worked just fine. You don't get the 25-watt fast charging, but all the accessories stick to it just like it would on any other iPhone, and it worked great. Another big bonus for the 16e is that, of course, it uses the A18, and it is fully capable of running console-level games. So this is a preview of Resident Evil 2 running on the 16e, and it ran great, 30 frames per second, high texture quality, totally playable on a phone with that 6.1-inch OLED. And this is just a huge bonus feature for people who are entering the iPhone space, even though they're buying the now lowest priced iPhone. it's no slouch when it comes to gaming, and it can pull games like this off. Of course, there's Resident Evil 4, upcoming Assassin's Creed. So if you're into games, this is something that a lot of smartphones or no smartphones in this price range can do, and a great feature to have on the 16E. Now, getting back to the price, the most controversial thing about the 16E is the fact that it sells at $599 MSRP, but right out the gate, I found the 16E on a prepaid company website called Straight Talk, and they're selling it for $299.99 plus 1 month of service at $65. So I paid $299 for the phone, $65 for the 1 month service, for a total of $367.13, and I can just drop off after that and wait for the phone to unlock in 2 months. Now, Total Wireless is offering the same offer. If you stay with them for a year, they'll even give you $300 bonus of service credits. So there's a lot of different ways to buy this phone. You could also trade in a phone to Apple. If you trade it to iPhone 12, you get $170 off, which makes it coincidentally $429, which is the same price as the SE 3rd gen. So the 16E out the gate is more expensive than the SE, but it packs one of the best processors, a great camera, and really long battery life. So it's hard to beat those 3 top features, and if those are your priority, this is the phone for you. For more videos, hit subscribe, and for more news, head to news.punchjump.com.